in a world obsessed with quick fixers, filter bodies, and wellness trends on hyperspeed, what does real health actually look like? Today, we are cutting through the noise with someone who's not just a doctor, but a disruptor in Thailand's health conversations. He's a medical mind with global vision, a digital voice with deep insight, and a firm believer that health isn't just clinical, it's cultural. From social media to solar aging, Thai wellness to global relevance, please welcome our guest today, Dr. Tany Thaniyavarn or Hmor Than. You are watching Time to Talk, the iconic status of opinion leaders, the convergence of local and global influencers. With me, that people. Alrighty fellows, I'm sitting right here next to the very young and good-looking doctor. He is very famous and he doesn't even live here in Thailand. He's living in Atlanta, United States of America. คุณหมอแทน Dr. Tany Thaniyavarn สวัสดีครับ
สวัสดีครับผม
Okay, back to the start, back to the beginning. So, what at the first place that inspired you to become into your journey to medicine?
Well, I wasn't interested in becoming a doctor in the first place. I was interested in more of science. But when I grew up, I love a lot of things like mathematics, physics, biochemistry, biology, as well as art. I decided to challenge myself because I like both arts, engineering, and medicine. I just want to see if my score, which one is the highest, and then I'll go to that profession. And then it came out like everything is equal. But then I decided I'm not going to do art anymore because I don't want to do anything that depends on your clients. I just want to keep that as my hobby. So therefore, I would left with two things, medicine and engineering. And then you know what I did?
Yeah.
Toss the coin. Yeah.
Really?
Yep, that's true. Because 5 steps or maybe 5 or 6 meters before I have to hand in my paperwork, I haven't written down anything yet. So I have to flip the coin between engineering and a doctor. I have asked around what are the pros and cons of each profession, but I couldn't make up my mind back then. So if it's head, then I'll do engineering. If it's tail, then I'll do doctor. So, and I, becoming a doctor afterwards.
So you let the coins decide your future?
I let my ability decide my future because I was equally good at everything that I took exam for. And then I like everything that I took an exam for. Therefore, I have the ability, I have whatever I like, and the last thing I'm missing the component is luck. So now all three are aligned, and then I'm kind of destined to become a doctor. That's the thing.
Do you think it was the right choice?
Of course.
Become a doctor?
Of course, I never make any wrong decision in my life before. So everything that I make as a decision in the past, it's based on the information I have back then. Available information, everything that led me to making one decision. So nothing is ever a waste of time in my life.
And how have you evolved in your journey? So what's your specialty in doctors for now?
I have internal medicine as a base specialties, and then I move on to doing a lung and critical care, which means I have specialized in lungs diseases and ICU care, which means the sickest of the sick. And then my most recent one is, which is the highest education possible, is lung transplantation, which means I have to know a lot about immunology.
Right now, the rate of lung cancer in Thailand quite high.
Yeah, that's the PM2.5 out there. At the beginning of the year and the end of the year, there are a bunch of PM2.5 out there, but in the middle of the year, it's gone. So people keep complaining about it at the end of the year or the beginning of the year. But then in between, that's fine, we're not going to do anything, we just live with it. And that's not a good thing because this kind of dust gets into your lungs, and it's not only stays in your lung, it gets to your bloodstream and circulates the entire body, which means it can cause a lot of trouble to your body, not just for lungs. It's like brain, heart, bloodstream, and everything.
That sounds very scary. We should do something about that, and the government should seriously do something about that. How do you balance your life?
Well, I think if you manage your time well, you can do everything. This goes back to when I was a medical student. So we barely have any times off, and obviously studying to become a doctor is very difficult. But during that time, I still was able to do a lot of things. Like I do all the exercise. I also work for the hospital to create artwork. Whenever there's something needed, then I will join in. I do any activities possible. I was a chairman of Asian Medical Student Conference, which means there were about 400 delegates back then, which is almost the maximum number that we could do back then. Okay. During the time when I have to study, which means sometimes I have to ditch class to do all these things.
Wow.
But I managed to do both.
Okay.
And turn out okay.
Okay.
So I kind of carry that kind of ability forward to these days. I used to be teaching at the Harvard Medical School for 6 years, but then I quit last year.
Okay.
But during the time when I was working, I have to teach these medical students. I also have to work as a doctor to take care of lung transplant patients, and they're very demanding. And I also have my own YouTube channel, and I also do exercise. It's not a work-life balance for me. To me, it's a work-life harmony.
Work-life harmony.
They work together.
Okay.
Which means when I was working, then I can think about what I'm going to do next for my own YouTube channel, or I have my own company.
Okay. That's probably the brains of the genius functioning. It's not normal. Okay. So how many hours do you sleep per day?
Usually 7 to 8 hours.
7 to 8, and you still like have another like 16 to 18 hours a day to do all the things you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Wow.
People usually have enough time, but they just don't use it wisely.
You think ahead of the next thing that you are going to do.
You
So basically you're like a multitasking doctor.
Yes, you have to plan ahead what you want to do. So sometimes patients come in with some kind of diseases or problem, you have to treat them. You're not just only going to treat the problem, you have to predict what's going to come next. You already have a plan in your mind, so you can execute the plan very quickly.
Okay.
So that saves you a lot of time. And that's also help you in the long run, because then you know, like, okay, next patient with the similar problems, here's what is going to play out.
Okay.
Here's what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So it saves a lot of time. Initially, when I was starting, I went to work at around 8 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
I finished work at 1 a.m. But then I switched the way I work. So instead of going to the hospital at 8 o'clock, I went to work at 5 a.m. And I was the first one to reach the hospital. I'm the first one who leave the hospital.
Okay.
So among my peers who are also the attending, which means they have to teach, they have to do all this patient service, they stay at the hospital very late. Okay. So I don't have to stay.
You can manage that. They allow you to reschedule.
You can do whatever you want. So if I go very early in the morning, there's no distraction at all. I can review what's going on with each of my patients. I can prep my note, and then at 7 o'clock, my student will come and I will say, okay, 7 o'clock sharp, we're going to go and see all these patients. We formulate the plan, and then we come down and type our note. Okay. And every other notes will be done at 11 a.m. After that, I'll teach all of them. In the afternoon, I'll do some procedures or some family meetings. By 4 o'clock, I said, you have to all go home unless there's an emergency. Because at 4 o'clock, when you go home, you can take care of your family, you can do exercise, you can read for tomorrow.
And your students like it?
Typically, when the service is super busy, other attending will not be able to teach them. Because they get so overwhelmed by all these patients who have a lot of issues. But for me, well, I'm done by 11 o'clock in the morning. Then we have a couple of hours left that we don't have to do anything. So I can teach them every single day, so they like it.
That's brilliant. You were saying that you competing at sport and also do something about arts. Okay.
Yes.
Tell us about that. So what kind of sport or what kind of arts?
So sports, I did volleyball back then, swimming.
Volleyball?
And swimming.
Volleyball is a team sport.
Yes, it's a team sport.
You have to match the time to play with others.
Yes.
Okay.
But they're all like medical students anyway, so we are in the same class. So you go do
in
something
States?
and then here in Thailand. So I graduated from Chulalongkorn University.
First? Oh, okay.
First.
You have to save your hands because you're a doctor.
Somewhat. I didn't care much back then. I was kind of reckless.
Okay, so you played volleyball. How about art?
I love drawings.
Drawings?
Any kind of drawings. It's a very unique way that I train myself. So I draw in a post-it paper using one ink pen. And everything.
One ink pen?
One ink pen.
Okay.
Either black or red or something like that. Okay. And I learned this when I was in the United States, because back then I have to do all this bench research. And it takes time. Sometimes you do some cell culture. You have to let it be, for 20 minutes or an hour or something. And I have nothing to do during that time. So I just start to learn drawings.
Do you have girlfriends or boyfriends or any
I do.
Something you still manage the time to be with your love life?
Yeah.
Wow.
People tend to spend their time in the way that is not useful. For instance, I'm just going to play on my phone all day long.
Okay.
Well, during that time, you can do many things. So I barely have any free time because it's not free at all. I just put something in that time.
Okay.
Whatever you're doing, you should think of how to make it fun for you. If it's not fun, you're not going to do it. For instance, for exercise, right? If you're starting to do some kind of exercise and you have your routine, like I'm going to run today and tomorrow do weightlifting, the third day I'm going to do leg press, whatever, the exact same routine is boring.
Okay.
And you're not going to do it for long. So you have to find your way of how to make it more fun for you.
Okay, let's talk about Thailand for a bit. Okay.
Sure.
There's a health trend in globally. Can you enlighten me and the audience?
Obviously, these days, people are talking about longevity.
Longevity, yeah.
Right? You heard about it a lot.
Yeah.
To live longer, but not
Okay.
just only longer, healthier. Some people said, I don't want to live past 70 years old. I don't want to live past 80 years old. You know why that is? They think of elderly as being disabled. They're bedridden, right? They're depressed. Their friends have died already and they're lonely. Nobody wants that kind of life. But these days you have choices. If you understand about health, then you can live longer, but also healthier, and you maintain your functionality.
How we do that? I mean, extend our longevity and live healthier.
Anybody can start anytime.
Okay.
It comes down to the basics. There are 6 things I like to explain to people, but they are details. So just go over 16 very quickly. Number 1, obviously, is exercise. It's not just only one exercise that you have to do. It has to be a variety of exercise. You do weight training, you do cardio, you do plyometrics, functionalities, training, those kind of things. So there are a lot of things that will benefit you.
So do varieties of exercise.
Yeah. So for instance, when you get older, your muscles get weaker and they are smaller. So you do weight training, you can maintain those muscles. Right? You maintain your cardio. Well, you can run even though you're like 70 years old. You do flexibility training. When you trip over something, you don't get injured very easily. The second thing, obviously, is sleep. Is the time where you regenerate the most, and there are a lot of benefit about sleep. Not just only for your overall mentalities, it makes you sharper. You can be more creative with good sleep. You can remember things more clearly.
Yes.
And you have good way of executive function of your brains. Sleep matters a
the
lot.
Most. Yeah.
The most.
Yeah.
And take care of your stress as well. If you don't sleep, you get stressed. Some people, even though they have enough sleep, but they do have certain condition like something called sleep apnea, which you snore at night or sometimes you stop breathing at night. If you stop breathing multiple times a night, you feel super tired when you wake up.
Not a quality sleep.
Not a quality sleep, right? And you end up having diabetes, obesity, hypertension, and so on. So sleep has to be in a good quality and quantity. Now, the third thing is food, diet. There are a lot of issues with diet because these people have like specialized diet, ketogenic, carnivore diet, vegan, Mediterranean, and so on.
Many.
To me, balanced diet is the best. Balanced diet means you have to eat everything in balance, both the carbohydrate, proteins, minerals, supplements, those kind of things have to be in balance. Not just like, carnivore, you just only eat meat. A lot of meats. It's not good in the long run. It might be very good for some people for a short term because you've been living your life in an imbalanced stage for a long time. Therefore, you get a lot of like health issues.
So you can do that, but just for a short time.
For a short time. When you start to become more normalized, then you have to slowly ease yourself out of that and go back to balanced diet. I mean, truly balanced diet. Otherwise, you tip the scale over to the other side, and then you have a lot of problems afterwards. The fourth one is spend more time with the nature, not just social media.
Good thinking, good advice.
Check your phone in the first thing in the morning or before you go to bed. Maybe there's some issue with this actor having an affair with someone. It's not even your business. You just mind them as if that were your own business. It's not, right? It's kind of useless for you. Just spend your time with your family, with nature, with something else. The fifth thing is to stay away from toxic people. If you can stay away from them, that's the best. But if you cannot stay away from them, maybe they're your parents, maybe they're your kids, because they're so toxic, they think negatively all the time. What I will suggest is, to me, I put on my ear pod because, you have to love yourself the most because you're the only one who live with yourself the rest of your life. Nobody else will, even they are your parents or someone. Right?
Stay away from toxicity, toxic people.
The sixth thing is anything that is, you don't do drugs, period. Doesn't matter what it is. If it's medicine that doctor prescribes, you need to understand
Okay.
about that medicine. What are the side effects? Why do you need it? How long would you need it? Those kind of questions you have to ask your doctors. Not just like, oh, I think I might only need this for 1 hour or 1 month and then I'll stop. Maybe that's not the correct answer.
Okay.
So you need to learn about yourself, your health issue.
Okay.
So this way you don't get lured by some false information out there.
So any kind of like false understanding about health or medical that Thai people usually like fooled by those information?
A bunch of them. When I see something before I start my own YouTube channel,
Okay.
there might be something pop out on my line or other social media. I said, this is stupid. Nobody's going to believe it. But when I start working on my social media, there are a lot of people who believe in this thing religiously. Maybe they believe because, the one who speaks is the one who have reputation. They're big guy, big names, those kind of thing. And then the second stage is that they start citing some research. We have research in the United States to back this up.
Yeah, clinical
but they don't
stuff.
go into the actual research. These days, even doctors,
Okay.
even doctors, even influencers come out and say something about health, which is not real.
Okay.
And that's not a good thing.
What are the most false information that Thai people usually take this day?
Some people will say, take this supplement, take these herbs. It will melt away your cancer. It will completely cure your diabetes. It will eventually give you a very nice longevity. And every of the disease in your system is because medicine the doctors give you.
Okay.
And if you think about it, they will say this. You go to see doctors, they give you medicine, which are chemicals, and it can harm your kidney and your liver. Come to see us. We give you this supplement, and this is from the nature. It's all herbs. It's safe for your body, and you don't need to take it for the rest of your life. It's just one time and be done. Those who have cancer, they cling on to every single hope possible to them. If someone offer them the solution, take this, cancer will melt away. We have example, that guy has stage 4 cancer, and he took this, and his cancer is gone. Doctors are impressed about it. So you will believe that, right?
Yeah.
If you're a patient with cancer, or you have a family members who have cancer, they go for this one.
Yeah, but for some patients, they feel like they have nothing to lose.
That's the problem, because nothing to lose is the wrong word to use. Because there are a lot of them for them to lose. If they think about trusting certain sources for certain disease treatment, they'll lose the actual time when they can actually receive the proper treatment. And you know what? Even the example these kind of people use, say, this guy has stage 4 cancer and the cancer melt away after taking this pill. How do you know that guy has cancer? There's none. Some people even ask me, if you think that guy is lying to you, why don't their doctor come out and say, they're wrong. Here are the information about that guy's health. It's prohibited for the doctors to do that. It's patient's confidence. Confidential stuff that you cannot show to the public. If you don't have a proof for sure that you have cancer stage 4 without any treatment, you try this, and you have to have the before and after result to see if your cancer really melts away or not. If you don't have these kind of things, you cannot believe it.
How about Thailand's health industry? We still have inequality because all the good hospitals are located in the urban areas.
That's been a problem for Thailand since maybe in the grandfather's time. For a long time, exactly the same problem. You don't give doctors good work-life balance, and sometimes when you work in the rural area, you're faced with a lot of hopes from people around you, and you need to dedicate yourself. You overwork yourself without enough payment, without enough time off. If you do too much of those, you get burned out very easily. When you get burned out, then what you do? You try to select what is best for you, which is quitting that job. Go do something that gives you more money, more time. It's not applicable to Gen Z or Gen Alpha or whatever gen that comes afterwards, because they don't think like that. The only way to solve this problem is not to increase the number of doctors per year. We have enough doctors. But they are like crowded in certain area. Why? Work-life balance, payment, salary is good, good time off. They want to have peace of mind when they work in the hospital, and they want some people to understand and want to see how they dedicate themselves. That's the thing.
Can we change it like very quickly? Offer some graded policy to the Minister of Health or something like that.
A lot of things are entangled right now. If I were to have enough power, I'm gonna allocate the money to all of these people so that they can improve upon their health and their well-being and everything.
Okay.
You know, when you watch politics, right, you probably have some question in your mind. Why do you invest in these things when it's not very useful to me?
Okay.
Why do you buy these things instead of like using this money to invest in hospital equipment, those kind of things, right?
Okay, so it's not going to be easy to cope of the problem that we are concerned right now, especially the health concern of those who live far away from
Right.
Bangkok. Okay, that's sad though.
It is very sad.
Okay.
Some people might have thought, okay, why don't you just imitate what's done in the United States? Well, you cannot. Why? We have 50 states, right? 50 states, and each state, people love living there. They have a major university, major hospital in each of the states. You don't have to travel across the country to go to whatever hospital there. You have best hospital in every state.
Okay.
But in Thailand, no, you have good hospital in certain province,
Yes.
not all of them.
Okay.
During my time when I was serving the government, I was lucky enough to get all my salary paid on time. Sometimes 5 months, 6 months, they haven't get paid. You suffer 5 months without salary. What are you going to do?
Okay. We'll quit. Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
And this is not only for doctors, it's for nurses, technicians, and everyone who works in the hospital. They suffer the same consequences.
Okay.
And when they're having all these issues, then they cannot work closely, cohesively together. Maybe they're overworked. Nurse has to stay with the patient the entire day. We
Okay.
as a doctor, we have some time off. We go see the patient in the morning and we go somewhere else, we come back. We clash sometime. I order something, why don't you do it? Why this patient is getting worse? Did you do something wrong? Did you do what I said? Then you clash with the nurse, and it's not a good thing because we are trying to help each other, but it's because your work is too much.
Yeah.
When you're burned out, you start acting out like you don't care about anything. You don't care about your patient anymore.
Okay.
You don't feel sorry for them. You don't feel pity for them.
Okay.
You feel like,
We're
I need to get this done
Yeah.
today, now, and I have to go and do something else.
That's scary as well. So how do we like scale up our medical value? Because we believe that we have like our good doctors, good hospital, good treatments, everything in Bangkok, but we still have so many problems.
I think it's different story. So if you want to be medical hub, medical tourism, those kind of thing,
Yes.
big hospital, they can do it, no problem. They attract like good doctors. They attract like famous doctors. Fine. Very rich hospital, they can do it. No
Okay.
problem. They can become medical hub. I think we have good
Enough?
Yeah, we have good capacity in order to become a medical hub. It's not a problem. And Thai people are very well known for hospitality.
Okay.
So you go to the hospital in Thailand, especially the private one, you get treated like a king. They make profit for themselves, right? Not to donate to those hospital in needed.
Yes.
So those hospitals depends on the government policies and everything. And now we are like fighting each other in the government. It makes no sense to me. It's
Okay.
sad. Like it's your country, right?
Yeah.
And you're fighting each other like I want to win. I want this. I want that. But you stop thinking about your own people. A lot
Okay.
of benefit are being intertwined with all these difficulties in politics.
Okay. Have you ever thought of like coming back and being a doctor here in Thailand, like and treat people the way they should be treated?
Think about it like this. If I come back to Thailand, right, and I treat the patient, I might be able to treat like 100 patients per day. Not everyone will be able to access me. So therefore, what if I give you enough medical knowledge to take care of yourself via my YouTube channel? This way, the entire country can listen to me every single day. They get new knowledge every single day.
Okay.
If they use that knowledge wisely, they can take care of themselves. These days, we try to prevent disease from happening before it happens, and then you have to treat it because it's much more difficult to do so like that.
Okay.
So this is my thought process. You prevent it by
Giving
knowledge.
them knowledge, yeah.
Yeah. It's just like,
So they don't have to come to see the doctor at all. Or
at
whoever
least,
doctor is.
at least
Yeah.
they come to see doctors when they are needed.
Okay.
For sure. Maybe they take care of themselves better and
Okay.
they don't fall for misinformation or disinformation that easily. They know like what kind of symptoms that they need to seek medical attention, what symptoms that they can take care of it themselves. And they may know like these symptoms mean they have this disease.
That's the reasons why you do the YouTube channel.
I started during COVID because back then when COVID hits the United States, I was a lung doctor, right? So they asked me, all hands on deck. You're the lung doctor, you take care of ICU patient, you go into the ICU. And back then we were so scared because we don't know what COVID is.
Okay.
We don't even have a test for it that comes back in that same day. I suffered through and then I figured out how to treat COVID. I read the entire paper in the world.
Okay.
During that time. So I understand. And then COVID hits Thailand. There's a lot of misunderstanding. And I fear that my family members will be believing these misinformation. So I said, okay, I'm going to start making a videos and all of my family members, you go ahead and watch me. I am your family. You should trust me more than trusting anyone else.
Okay.
Even those people are doctors. They did trust me.
Okay.
So they came over to my channel, watched all this information about COVID I gave them. And then for some reason, the channel took off.
Okay.
And then I start to be thinking, okay, COVID is not going to last forever. There are a lot of medical knowledge you should know about, like diabetes, cancer, and so on. Why don't I just make videos about that so you can all learn?
Okay.
So the video I make on my channel is actually for my family.
At first.
At first.
Okay.
And now, whatever I'm saying
everyone.
is catered towards everyone, but with the thought behind that being, this is the same knowledge I'm giving my family. Not just like I have specialized knowledge from my family, but on the YouTube channel, I'm saying something else.
Okay.
Exactly the same knowledge I give.
There are news coming out like recently about the new medicine that can like specifically target on the particular cancer. Could you please like explain about it?
Recently, Julapon Institute has come up with a way that they can manufacture one medication called imatinib by themselves.
It's a medicine.
It is a medicine. Is it a pill that you
Pill.
take orally?
Okay.
So this medicine is not the new medicine. It's been around for a very long time, like 20 years.
Oh.
But we need to import it in, which
Okay.
means it's super expensive.
Okay.
And people need to take this for sometime lifelong, sometime like several months. And if you can make it yourself with your own technology, that saves a lot of money.
Okay.
And then can be a very good leverage if you're going to negotiate with your neighbor country, like we have this,
Okay.
and it's cheap, and we can mass produce it, maybe you have the negotiation power. It's good for Thai people because now we can make it ourselves, and the standard of the medication, imatinib, is as good as the world standard.
So what kind?
What kind of
cancer?
cancer?
Yeah, it can kill.
Yeah, several cancer. Number one is something called chronic myeloid leukemia. So there are typically a lot of types of leukemias out there.
Okay.
There are certain types that we can use this. One of them is called CML.
CML?
Yeah,
Okay.
chronic myeloid leukemia, which means these leukemia is very indolent. It stays in your system for a long time before you discover it. And once you have it, in the old days before imatinib, you need to use chemotherapy, which is quite toxic to your body.
Okay.
And sometimes the treatment outcome is not that great. But these
Okay.
days, you can take this pill,
No
right?
more chemo.
No more chemotherapy, and just
Wow.
take care of yourself.
Okay.
Just like you're having one vitamin a day.
Wow, that's
right?
awesome. Yeah.
It's awesome. And
Yeah.
there are also different kind of things that you can treat, like certain stomach tumor. It's called GIST, gastrointestinal stromal tumor. And this one, you can also use this pill as well.
Okay.
And there's rare skin cancer called dermatofibrosarcoma protuberans, which is a mouthful of words, but it is some kind of thing that you can use this medication to treat. And there are a lot of them that you
Okay.
can use this medication.
Wow, so that's a wonderful pill that we can produce right now here in Thailand.
There are a lot of talented Thai people who are willing to work on certain things, but without leader, you're going nowhere.
Okay, good point. Yeah.
And Her Majesty is, she's doing all these things, dedicated her life to doing this since when I was young. She was
Yeah.
doing this.
Yeah, for like 30 or 40 years already.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank God we have Her Majesty.
Yeah.
Let's talk about aging society, being alone or married but no kids. So how do we fix that?
Oh, it's not easy fix for sure, this one. Because, we have to think about why people don't want to have kids.
Okay.
It's burdensome. Everything's so expensive. Maybe we have kids, but then they come out in this world full of pollutions. And there are a lot of bad news about, okay, drugs, cannabis, so on. And why would I want to burden my kids with all these things?
Yeah.
So they said, well, I'm not going to have kids.
Okay.
I'm going to earn money and I use that money on me,
Okay.
not somebody else. You have to fix the entire society. It's not one thing that causes people to not want to have kids.
Okay.
So I don't think we can fix that readily. So now, unfortunately, you have to face the reality that you are living in this society, and then you are yourself aging as well.
Okay.
So how do you take care of yourself to be fully functional whenever you get old, you can survive? That's the question you have to ask yourself.
Here it comes to the last question of the show. If you have to pick one particular issue that you think is the most serious issue that we cannot not talk about it, what would it be?
Misinformation.
Misinformation.
Because these days, if you don't have good critical thinking, you will fall for it.
Okay.
Sometimes misinformation can be so dangerous to everything, not just only your health. Sometimes it's kind of like hijack your emotions. So you make decisions based on your emotion rather than critical thinking, reason behind doing so and so. You just believe your emotion. If you believe certain thing like a pill, chlorine dioxide that can cure everything in your body system, then you're going to fall for these kind of scams very easily.
Okay.
So to me, it's time when we have to try to equip our people with correct knowledge and try to emphasize on critical thinking since even when they're young age, so they can grow up to understand how to use AI properly.
Okay.
But more importantly, they know when they use AI, they have to think as well. If they believe AI without thinking, that's a major problem in the future.
Good thinking, good advice, and good talking to you, Doctor. I have learned so much. Thank you so much for joining our show with a time to talk.
Thank you
Until
very
next
much.
time. ขอบคุณครับคุณหมอ
ขอบคุณครับ
A pleasure to meet you.
Same here.
I have learned a lot from you today.
Thank you.
And as for you, my beloved audience, learn from him because he's a good doctor and he has a very good thinking and good mindset. He also do everything with a good purpose. So ask yourself, when you do something this day, you do it right. You do it with a good knowledge or not, and do it with the good purpose or not. Until next time, people, with Time to Talk and me, that people, take care.